Kate, Keaton, and I have recently worked as consultants for Center Services, and have been assigned to create a dashboard in order to monitor the performance of Cool Call Center Services. We chose to monitor specific key performance indicators that we feel like highlight the level of performance of Cool Call Center Services, and highlight areas that improvement can be made as well. The areas that we chose to monitor are total calls per week, number of calls answered in each department, resolutions specifically made by individual agents in each department, and the average ratings for each of those agents. We chose to use these specific metrics because we feel like, as the consultants, they help us to understand the overall performance of the call center. We also feel that we can understand what areas the call center is performing well in, and as well as areas that improvement can be made, and bonuses can be extended to different agents for their performance. These metrics, we believe, are very important for a call center specifically because it's important that we know how many calls are being answered on average. It's important that we also know um, how well these calls are going and how our agents are interacting with potential customers and people who are calling and asking questions. And so we want to know the level of satisfaction of those callers. And then this information also allows us to recognize where we need to put our efforts in order to improve, and which departments are performing well and which agents in each departments are performing well. We, using these, were able to determine calls overall per week as well. And this helped us come to the conclusion that the call center received 1,772 calls, as well as we were able to estimate the time that the average wait time for uh, our agents to answer the call of a customer was 67.22 seconds. And so these two specific metrics are just some of the important ones that we've discovered that have helped us understand how our call center is doing week to week and how quickly our agents are answering them, and help us understand what areas we should push for our agents to improve.
Awesome. Thank you, Matthew. So I'm just going to be going over just kind of some of the matrix and the data that we have found. And Keaton actually wrote up the paper for us about these different findings that we had. And I'm going to be presenting most of them to you today. So we've incorporated the key metrics that are crucial for performance reviews, bonuses, improvements, and client reports. Our dashboard includes the text boxes for real-time stats. They're interactive, as you can see from the bar on the right side, and a variety of charts for in-depth analysis. And as Matthew said before, we first tracked a total of 1,772 calls with an average time of 67.22 seconds. The calls per week trend line here on the left side indicates our high and low periods, which is invaluable for staff and training purposes to help the Cool Call Center services improve. Our bar chart breaks down calls by department. This reveals the television department as receiving the most inquiries. This data is vital for allocating resources and for our clients to understand the product's specific issues. Next, we assess individual agent performance through resolution counts and satisfaction ratings. Dan actually leads in resolutions, while Martha has the highest satisfaction rating. This dual perspective shown here through our graphs is crucial for recognizing excellence and areas for growth. We chose these metrics to provide a comprehensive view of agent efficiency, customer satisfaction, and workload distribution. And by tracking these, we can ensure the high quality service and swift issue resolution that our clients desire. So this analysis shows that the average wait time is competitive, but we did find that there's room to improve the speed of call answers in the television department. This is going to be our focus for improvement, along with enhancing training for agents with the lower satisfaction scores that we found through the data. There were also some unanswered calls in the conditioner department that need to be addressed for improvement, and know that we can with the other successful rates that we've seen. We also recommend targeting training sessions to boost performance where needed, and considering interactive programs to maintain high satisfaction rates. And we know that these steps are essential for client retention and operational excellence, because we want our clients to be happy and to receive the best service that they can for the Cool Call Center services.
Awesome. Thank you, Kate and Matthew. And so just to close, I wanted to go over the main points that we think the company did well, and some of the things that we would suggest you guys can improve on over this next month. So in January, we noticed, like they said, television had a large number of calls, and they did a good job of keeping their unanswered low. And we saw that the air conditioning department could work on answering more calls. They had the highest missed number of calls. And so that would be one of our suggestions as well to focus on, and to help the air conditioner department with training. And then as Kate mentioned, Martha, she had the highest satisfaction rating. And that would be an area to have Martha maybe help the other agents to raise their satisfaction rating and have more training, because even though she has the highest rating, it still is a little on the lower side. And so maybe helping all of the agents increase their satisfaction rating would be another focus of training. And the resolutions, we see that most of the employees do a good job of resolving the calls that they answer. And so just helping the agents understand how they can resolve those numbers on the few that they have missed, so that we can get those numbers up and the ratings up for the next month. And so I think that is all that we had today, unless Kate and Matthew have anything else.
No, thank you so much for viewing our presentation, and we can answer any questions.